All right. Let's get these shirt pants figured out here. Get that going. All right. So, the goal today is get as many of these done as we can. Never fear, he's here. Pops we really don't need right now at all. We'll get to those later, but what we do need to do is run our bottoms through. Gotta remember how they did it. They came up through this hole. Too many damn cords. There we go. Right here. Came up. And then this white marks where it should reach the connector. And then it pushes in. This is real hard though. Can you hear me? Yeah, voice audio is responding. Cool. There we go. Let's get a board. Perfect. So this has 2 ground connections, but we only need 1. So what we're gonna do is just that, like that, 2, and then we'll trim this back one off. So. Oops. Yep. Let's go to the solder bench and let's set up that camera because it's always fucked up when we start now, which is so weird because it worked fine there for the longest time until I restarted my computer, and now both cameras don't want to work at the same time. It's like the bus is overloaded and they want to be put in a certain way. Come on, solder bench. What's going on with you? Oh, this. Oh, that's this cam. Yeah, this one's not working anymore. That's right. One day left, my friend. Okay, this camera doesn't want to work at all now. What the hell? Interesting. Is the camera on? Yeah, it is on. Let's do... Ah, look at that. Freaking out. Why does it do that? Is it because the extension's like no good? So weird. And it's dead now, right? Yeah, okay. Just gotta take your acid tabs, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this screen does not want to work at all. I don't know what that's about. Probably got to restart this computer. This one's working now. I just have to fuck with it. Yeah, okay. What the fuck ever, man. We're gonna roll with it. This long ass cable here. Alright, so what we gotta do is we gotta solder in our RF here. We're gonna cut off this back ground connection. We don't need 2 ground connections. It had 2 back in the day because it wanted to have a really good for the power. I'll probably go even as far as wrap this with tape so that it doesn't go off on our board. Even better, actually, fuck the tape. I'm gonna shrink it. I got shrink somewhere. Somewhere, that's what I said. I just used it when we were doing this project because I heat shrinked all the diodes. And then where did I put the container? I don't know. Where did you put them? Sitting under this. I have 2 big things of heat shielding or shrink wrap, but here we go. Can I get that around it? Let's get the real thick black. Like that. There, that's done. And then we just gotta push that in there, connect that right there, turn it over, solder that in. Now we gotta make sure this sits. And then currently doesn't want to set. But I don't think that's the wire's fault. Oh, it is the wire's fault. Come out from under there. There we go. Okay. Now that should sit good. Let's see. There's that one in. And then there's another foot over here that needs to sit down. Just gotta get it on. There it is. Right like that. But, what did we forget? Let's see what Yank said. Sorry, I've been neglecting. $500 watt UPS. Nice. Hell yeah, man. Sounds like a good day to me, man. Love it. Let me get some shield so we can put the shield on this guy. It's gonna be the time-consuming part, isn't it? Okay. Got this all seated. Look at dummy. Get out the shield. Let's see, how does this go? That looks right. Click, click, click. That's the bottom. Here's the top. This is the one that's going to be a glitch. Tops. You're not going to want to go on. Feet are going to want to go through. It's not going to want to line up with that. Blah, blah, blah. Everything else. Come on. Just sit down for me. All the way. Good. Light good. Feet want to bend down if they don't sit right, because you put pressure on them on the top and then they bend down. this. Looking good. Looks happy. Thank you, thank you. Alright, now we just gotta get this. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll solder this all up right here. So we want the center pin positive, we want our outside pin negative. So does that have anything? No, it's just you solder straight to it. It's going to be hard to get these both to solder in here at the same time. There we go. Okay, so the plus are interesting. think this is big enough. No, it's not. It's not big enough to fit in that hole. It needs a bigger washer. It didn't come with one. Oh, you guys are looking at that, huh? Audio is in a fart. Is it okay now? Yeah, this is not big enough. I mean, it doesn't screw on. The hole's too big. I remember this working last time. Is this console just gotta? They gotta be standard hole size. Okay, that one doesn't have a hole for power. Some of them don't, I guess. I'm gonna need a big washer on this guy or something. Or it's just hanging out. I really don't like that. Wow, we can test it real fast in this configuration. Make sure it works. At least. Yeah, I should have some big washers we can try. Let me get a power supply and see if we blow this thing up. I can't believe they would sell me something that wouldn't work. But these are all going to be too small for that hole. Unless they expect me to use the hole for the channel switcher. But I'm making sure my shit is ohming out right. Okay. Yeah, it is. Cool. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't about to put power on this backwards or something. Seems happy. Let's give it, let me show you. Go to game. I need a game. Let's get a game. That's why we like Cubert, because it doesn't have a... I don't know where Cubert went. Cubert. Oh, there you are. I found him. Look at that. Looks good. Power mod complete. I do have some bigger washers. I'll go get my whole bin of washers out of the barn, and we'll go through them and see what we can do. See if we can figure something out. So that works. Yeah, let me go see what I got for washers. Looks great too. That was a great picture. That's what we should expect. Okay. Alright, let me go get some washers. Alright, here's all my washers. I'm sure we can find something in that, right? Yeah, that's good there. Well, maybe it's got to hold against the front without the nut and washer. We gotta get this washer back off. It sucks. This nut. Come on, nut. There we go. It's one side. There we go. We gotta get this guy off. Nah, it's too big. Most of these are probably gonna be too big. And if we have to do these for all of them, that's really gonna suck. one's almost perfect. It's just not going to get over the threads. It's screwed on. Sideways, no. I assume what they've done is they assume you're going to be using this in the channel port here, because that would definitely fit in the channel port. But I don't get why they would. I don't get why they would want you to do that. Dude, you're destroying it. You're destroying something you don't have to. You use the channel port. I don't get it. Damn. This was supposed to be easy, and now it doesn't fit in the fucking hole. It's gonna make this a lot harder. Don't need that can. Alright, I found one. One. We're going to have to find a lot more than this to finish this project, but this one looks like it's going to work. So we put this, this would be on the outside. This would have to stay on the outside, which also sucks because it's an eyesore. But oh well, what else are we going to do, right guys? I'll cut these little tabs off at least so people aren't. Like that. See how that looks. Not awful. Not awful. What do you think? What do you think about that? Not awful, I guess. Make it tighter under it up. That's fucking tight there. Alright. Alright, now we can connect that. Shove that down in there. And there you go. Now we just gotta put a top on it. And close her up. goes on right here. It works. Yeah, I'm not too thrilled about it, but alright, let's put the screws in this thing. Call this one done. I'd like to call some of these done here soon. We've been working on this for how many days now? Where'd my screwdriver go? Dude. What happened? I just used it. I cannot be trusted to not lose shit. My purse. Alright. Get these back in. There it is. There's a 4-switcher with the power mod. This one is missing its little strip here. I got one upstairs that was missing its little strip too, which sucks. Yeah, that's done. All right, let's test it real quick. Make sure the controller port works and everything's kosher. Let's get a controller so we can plug in. Ah. Beautiful. That picture looks really good. Let me get rid of me on here. So this can be our little eBay picture. Playing Cubert. Yank, do you care if it's missing the little rainbow badge on the front? This can be yours. All right. Not bad. All right. That's one done. It's literally the tiniest piece of plastic or of paper, and it sucks that it fell. It actually fell off while I was cleaning them, and I have no idea where it went. It really sucks. Because I agree, most people probably want the badge. So that's I'm gonna have to sell this one cheaper just because it lost a tiny piece of fucking plastic. What are you gonna do? I wonder if I can make it with a piece of paper. Like, it literally is just a little vinyl, well, vinyl sticker. Okay, let's get another case. This one is immaculate. This might be our ultimate bundle. I'm going to do one that comes with a bunch of games. Oh, we also have these. I'm going to do a few bundles that have the cover. I think I have, how many covers do I have? Two covers. So I'm going to do one. Where's my mic? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do two. I'm going to do one ultimate bundle. That's going to be my most expensive one. It's going to come with the trackball controller with the box. It's going to come with the 5200 with the 5200 box. It will come with a bunch of boxed games that I have. They're not expensive boxed games, but they're boxed games. It will come with a 5200 leather cover, original leather cover. I don't know how much I'm going to ask for that, but that's going to be my most expensive one for sure. There's the leather cover. Nice original Atari leather cover. All right, next board. Oh, we forgot to put our sticker in that one. You guys can't let me forget to put stickers in them. And this is the one that already had the cable mod. Yeah, look at this one. This one has no hole for the, so we have to take out the channel selector for this one, because that's where it's got to go. This one has no, huh. I wonder what channel it defaults to. It definitely defaults to one of them, right? If we just remove it. This one has no hole for power, so we got to put the power through the channel switcher. It's interesting how many different revisions of this they made, man. These pins are too wide to get my desolder gun on top of. I assume this is how they meant you to do it. And that's why they don't. Stop it. There it went. Let's get my RF cable in here. We gotta find the one that's not fucked up on one side. Here it is. Oh, might have to do this the other way to get the cable to go through. Let's see. What are we working with here? There we go. Get a little bit more length on that. There we go. Okay. There it goes. Okay. Now we just got to solder the connector together. That go? I turned it off. So this one we won't have to find anything for, thankfully. Starlink tomorrow, Starlink tomorrow. The wait is over, the wait is done. Man, that does not want to heat. Come on. There we go. Solder these two things together real quick. Maybe. How do I want to do this? I think I'll just do it like I did last time. How about that? I'll just do one at a time and hope it stays. And it didn't. Fuck. There we go. We got them both now, didn't we? Oh, yeah. There it is. Trim that off. Alright, we got the other one off, and it was the same freaking connector, so there's no way that this one is not able to come off around the connector. But it seems harder this time, I'm not gonna lie. Why that is, I don't know. Ah, there we go. It is possible. There it is. And that comes right off. And pull that right through. And this one, this one's going to be too small for it. Is that right? Yeah, that's we'll have to. Let's look. Yeah, that's not fitting there. Nope. So this one's the real problem, because not fitting means I gotta cut the case. And I really don't want to do that. Or melt the case a little bit. Probably melt the case a little bit and then push this guy in. And then hopefully the little piece we melt is covered by getting there, getting there. Can I thread it through? Really close, really close. So close, come on. Push on through there. Perfect. Only took us forever, but we got it. It's not the biggest one, is it? Can I get that over that connector? I would like to. I mean, it's not... We'll just bend it over this way. There we go. Yeah, we can plug that in right there. And we won't forget to put a sticker on this one. Boom. Alright, let's see if this console works. Let's see if it fucking works. Hey, it turned on, nothing blew up. Here it is. Okay. Let's put the lid on. Let's tighten that bolt, actually. We didn't get that real tight. I want that to be really tight. I don't want that coming off and shipping or something stupid. Yeah. No magic smoke. Not this time, anyway. That spring guy was after me. I should have just taken the pad. Here he comes. Had to get rid of the spring guy there. All right, that's 2 done. I do have to unplug it. Nah. Need another case. Alright, this one's only got 1 hole. Okay. Now we need to get an RF cable. Need to pull that through with like, the needle nose that we just used. Where'd we put them? Are they under the circuit board? Yes, they are. on. There we go. Okay. This one didn't come out very good when it comes to sucking the ground plane out. That's better. Is it? Is that better? No, I still can't see through that. Maybe I can just do that. Ah. Stop fighting me, cable. Now we gotta suck this side out too. There you go. Bam. Oh, let's make sure we flip this around the same way. Get the cord. There we go. Okay. Now again, we have to take the... I might just take this out with the sucker, since it doesn't fit over. Got to take the channel selector off. There it goes. So That just makes it so it's only channel 3 now. Can't change to channel 2. Oh no! Oh no! What are they gonna do? They can't get on channel 2. Ah, well. They'll be fine. It's the price you pay for the mod, I guess. There it is. All right. Oh, you haven't been looking at this the whole fucking time. Oh, man. What a night. There's that. Let's go to this side, then over. Oh, we filled that hole with solder, didn't we? Damn it, Tristan, why'd you do that? You going to bed? Yeah. Love you. Good night. What? Yeah. I can't hear you. Yeah, I'm still live on here. We're doing number 3 out of 5. We're 2 for 2 so far. Now I gotta do the bullshit of making this fit again, because it don't fit. So annoying. I don't know why it don't fit, but it don't. They didn't make it exactly the size it needs to be to fit on here. Let's see if that fits now. We gotta take more off. First try. Maybe a little more off on the top. A little more off on the top. Not much, but a little. There it is. There it is. It's on there. Put the nut on and the lock nut. On it goes. Tighten her out. Alright, that's just spinning the port now, so that's definitely tight enough. Alright, and this can go on here like this. Connect. Down. Let's go test this son of a bitch. Plug that in. Plug a game in. Plug power in. This is the one with the finicky power button. Might just spray some cleaner in there and click the shit out of it. I knew one of them had a finicky power button, but there it is. There's the game. Might have to resolder this port. He only wants to go up. We know that's not the controller's fault. That port does move quite a bit. Let's check that out. I know one of them had some issues with the controller, and this is the one that issues with the controller, and it has a finicky power button. Let's unplug it. Let's see if we can fix the controller issue, but just by reflowing the port. If not, then it might be one of these caps right after the port, but find out. So we can disconnect this. This is a good bottom, ready to go. So no big deal on really switching out the board if we have to, other than desoldering our RF, but that's really not a big deal. So we will just reflow our port 1 and hope that that gets back all of our controls. These look okay, I will say. They don't look bad. So if this doesn't get it back, then we know we have an issue either with, I know these caps nearby can go bad, or the port itself is failing for some reason or another. Let's look at the port. Port looks clean. This is when I realized we just reflowed port 4 instead of 1. Alright. Solder iron. Please help me out here. Okay, let's see if that did anything to improve our situation. I really appreciate the fact that when they made this mod, they made the controller port disconnectable, so that you can do stuff like this without having to redo everything, because that would really suck. So, I do appreciate that. Let's see if that fixed it, and if not, this will go to the side. We're going to keep doing the other two, but hello, okay, it's back. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, this has, so we had one console that had issues with moving around, and this is him. So he can't go down for some, oh, there he went. Interesting. He doesn't want to go down right, but I just got him to go down left. So, yeah, I got to figure out why this one has issues. Oh yeah, that's a lot better now. All right, power button's fixed, but we still got to figure out why our first port doesn't want to work. So we can try the second port, I guess, because I think our buttons work, so we can make a 2-player game. If I can figure out how to do that. And we can check port 2 to make sure it's just the port. How do I... 2? If I do 2 and hit start, it says player 1. And I'll jump off. Is this player 2 now? No. That's still player 1. So how do I get a 2-player game in Qbert? This is player 1 at the bottom. Player 2. Okay, awesome. Let's check it. Oh. Qbert did not like me hot swapping the controller. Or the cartridge just got bumped. So I gotta swap controller again. And what did we hit? 3, 4. And let him die, and we'll swap to player 2. So, something come kill him. Yeah, probably a bad cap. There's these green caps near that can cause this issue. I just want to see if it's... Is that player 2? Did it say player 2 at the bottom? He seems to be having the same problem. Okay, so this issue exists for this guy too. I have others. We can try another controller, but this controller just tested good on the first 2 consoles we did. So I don't think it's the controller's fault. But just to be extra sure, we can try another controller. But yeah, okay, so that tells us a little bit more. So we don't have down on either port 1 or 2. So maybe that limits it to a chip or something further down the line. So here's another controller. Yeah, he can jump off the cliff, but he cannot go down. Oh yeah, you're right. I should just get 2. You're not wrong, Grass Puddle. You're not wrong. So, we got to take this one out. That will save us from having to make another case. So I'll just desolder the RF cable. We'll put a new board in here that doesn't have that problem, and we'll go from there. And we'll have to figure out why this one has no down. But it has no down for 1 or 2, so then we got to figure out what's common between port 1 and 2 that would cause that. But what we can do is we can just disconnect our power lead. We'll go back to this. Let me just stay on this cam for now, because I'm going to be running all over the place. But so this whole board will come out. We'll desolder our RF connection so we can use this RF connector on a good board. We do have to disconnect from the test rig. And we'll just pull this guy off. Use him on the next one. Makes my life a little easier to do it that way. Or we can leave it in this case and just test it further, but this is our nicest case, unfortunately. That's just going to be what it is. That's just going to be what it is. We'll just leave it in this case for now, and hopefully we can fix it. If not, we'll have to take it out of this case, but for now, we'll just leave this to the side, and we'll have to troubleshoot why it doesn't want to go down later. I just want to get the rest of them done, though, so let's just put this to the side. I knew we had one with an issue, and this is him. So, all right, let me get another case, and let's do another one. Next board, next board, next board. On station. Next RF cable. Yeah, the capture's really nice, right? I really am happy with that. What's going on here? There's the end of it. Okay, so what are you looking at here, guys? Let's make you look at just this table, because that's all we're going to be doing for a little bit. That's this. I got all my cams fucked up now because they didn't want to work. So we'll just pull this through. There it is. And all the cables we've done so far have had a mark on how deep they're supposed to become in. It's that white mark right there. So that's good. You can push them down like that. And now we need a metal case. I didn't grab that, so one thing I forgot. I'm gonna get a metal case. Okay. So let's put these parts to the side that we gotta put on. There's the top. Got to get the top over the little expansion port here that I don't think they ever used for anything, but they put on it. It's like every console of this era or around this era had these expansion ports that really never got used by much, except for extremely one-off peripherals. In some cases. Got to get all this shielding back on. Yeah, come on. Okay. All right, are our holes sucked down on this one for the cable? They are. So we can just do what we've done for the last few, and we will clip off the extra ground leg so that it's not trying to short off on shit. And then we will heat shrink the cable. So that it doesn't touch off on anything on the board. There it is. So now that's going to be nice and protected. And then we just push through our cable. And then we just got to solder him in. Alright, so the last thing we gotta do is take off the channel changer. Nope. Stop. There it is. Get it to sit. Come on, buddy. You gotta sit. All the way down now. All the way down now. What's holding you up? Is it the cable still? Yeah, it is. Need a little bit more cable in here, huh? Okay. Does that help? There we go. Perfect. Okay, time to make our we'll put a sticker on now. Sticker applied. Thank you, Yank. Ah, come on. There we go. Okay, now we just gotta run this cap through like that. And then we connect to the ground. Damn, that's hot, because we've been running fucking solder on it for so long. We take too damn long to do anything. Yeah. Okay, that can go through like that, and now we just solder the ground. There we go. Ground's on there now. And our cap is on there. We can take its leg off. We can pull it out of our little holder without burning ourselves, hopefully. There we go. It's still pretty hot. Make sure that that cap is, in a way, it's not going to touch anything. God damn. Fucking hot. Alright, now we just got to melt the plastic around this hole a little bit so that this connector fits. 70s plastic smoke. I always have to do this twice. First time it always feels like it should go through, and it don't. And I gotta give it a little bit more, and then it goes through. There it is. Then we just got a connection right here, but first we got to put our lock nut and our lock nut and our regular nut on. There it is. It's tight. All right, let's get it over here. Let's see what happens when we turn it on. What are you talking about, Yank? What are you on about? All right. Okay. All right. Game. Controller. On. Look at that. Oh, the 70s plastic, yeah. The good old days high, yeah, getting high off melting plastic. Ah, yes. Yeah, this is the power mods for our 7200s attic. So these, the 7200 4 switchers needed a RF box to get power initially. But what we've done is we've modded it so that it no longer needs that. We installed a power port, so it works just like the 2 controller port 5200s. Now that is a fine working machine. And it's ready to go on the bay. Let's give it a lid. Actually, this one's really clean too. This might be our ultimate bundle 5200 that we'll put the controllers and everything with. This one's really nice. Still got some marks on it from washing, but I'll get that off with Windex. All right, where'd our drill go? Yeah, it's a pretty clean console there. Now that we got all the screws in, we still golden? Yes, we are. All right, that's another one done. So we've done 4 of them now, but one of them does have a controller issue, so we got 1 to go. That's our 3rd completed. Oh, awesome, Attic. Thank you. Alright. Last mod. Let's change this to this cam. Let's get the base. This case has the hole, so this will be another one where they have put the... Let me get my mic so you can fucking hear me. Alright, so this is another example of a 4 switcher that for some reason they left the hole in for the power port. And because of that, our mod is not going to fit. So that's why we have this box of washers, because we have to find a washer to make it work. Which is not the end of the world. I just don't know why they did that, but whatever. Is that going to be long enough? Maybe a little bit more. Oh, I see the white mark now. Come up right about there. Alright, oh, and we need our RF shielding. Let me get our RF shielding. So this is the one we replaced the port on. So we're going to hope that alright. This one didn't get its RF shield's a little dirty still. Not bad. A little dusty. I wouldn't say dirty, just a little dusty. Alright, so get this all lined up. Do we love RF shielding yet? We do love putting RF shielding on. Alright. There, it clipped all in. Alright, now we're just going to run around the corner here and bend all these over so it stays on. There we go. Okay, this is our RF connection that we have modded so it no longer carries power. Because of that, we clipped off that bottom leg, so we don't need that redundant grounding. And we have shit right under there that we don't want to ground, so we put some heat shrink over it. Now we gotta make sure this hole is cleaned out so that we can put our new cable in. That's better. Now we can push this through, bend that down, bend that down. And that goes through, and that goes through. Now we just gotta flip the whole board over. Put those two connections in there. Let's solder that in. Bam. Alright, so this is one that can keep its channel selector because it has that hole. Here we go. And we gotta get it, that is sitting all the way down. Yes, it is. So now we just got to make our cable here. And we have to find a washer that will work with it. Hopefully you can find one just like that other one. Of course it's going to be like the only one like that, so we can't just find another one. This brass one. Of course it's nope, that hole's too big. There we go. There's one. Perfect. That's the washer we'll use. And we'll put this connector in our little holder. All right. There we go. I don't know if you guys heard me that whole time because I just realized I didn't have my mic on, but I've explained this process 5 times now, so you probably didn't want to hear me anyways, because we've done this 5 times. Fill that middle port with solder. That's going to be our positive lead on the power connector. And we just got to get our power and our filter cap for power on there. Just like that. And then we're going to bend our other side of our filter cap into the negative terminal. There it is. It's our negative. Come on out of there. There we go. So now what we're going to do is take our washer, put it over, go through the hole, and then we're going to get our lock nut and our regular nut, or lock washer, whatever this fucker's called. Okay, now I need to tighten this nut down. Is that, there's no way that's tight. Yeah, it's not. Come on. It's tighter. It's not as tight as I'd like it. Might need another pair of pliers to hold that. Tighten that in. Yeah, it's not tight enough at all. Yeah, that's really tight. That's what we want. Connect our cable up. All right, let's test this one. Cable's in. Let's plug power in, see if we get magic smoke or spark or anything fun like that. Looks good. Power's on. RF's connected. There it is. Give it a controller. Let's see if our port fix worked. We put a new port on this. Look at that. So we had to put a new controller port on this. And we also had to do the mod, because this is a 4-switcher, or 4-porter, 4 controller ports, which means it needed the mod to allow it to use regular power bricks and not the stupid switch box that makes your picture look like shit. Oh shit. Nah, I'm fucked. Great picture, right? And it sounds great. This new stylene capacitors on there, styrene, however you say it. And that's for your audio. That's some crisp ass audio there. New controller port seems to be working good. If we want, we can test the second port real quick by going to game 4 on here and hitting start and letting the first guy die, so it goes to player 2. Yank, this is the one where we replace the controller port and it works great, so pretty cool, huh? Sounds good, right? Yeah, player 2 is working great too. All right. So we have one more that doesn't want to go up. That's not the end of the world. So what we'll do here is let's get this one all squared away. Put its top on. Screws. I know one of the ones we did was completely missing his screws, but we should only have one missing screws. I did take a set of screws upstairs so that, oh yeah, and if we need to steal caps, we can steal them from this board. So that's cool. That's the one bad board we used earlier. Let's see. All the screws were black, so I don't think these are the screws for it. That's the outer shell of the cassette deck. It might be over here. I thought I brought it down, the one that I cleaned. Let me go see if I set it on the table over here or something. Oh, here they are. Right? Yeah. Got them. Oh, I'm putting those in. The short ones up there. Alright, now I get to make my bundles with all my controllers. awesome. You want to see some other games real quick, just for funsies? Let's play some pole position for funsies. For the viewers. You guys will like this. If you go on my eBay store, I have a ColecoVision that I tested, and it comes with a shit ton of games. Some of them are actually expensive games. There's a Robin Hood for ColecoVision in there. It's like a $60, $70 game with the manual, and it has the manual. And I had someone reach out and was like, well, how much for the Coleco? I have the Coleco for $600 because it's got the expansion. It's got so many Coleco games. It's like 50 Coleco games and some Atari games, Atari controllers, Atari paddles. And he messaged me and he said, how about 600, like what you're asking, but you include the TV? I have this cool wood grain Mitsubishi TV. And I was like, dude, why do you want my TV? I love that TV. And I was like, if you throw me another 100, if you do 700, I'll throw in the TV. And he was like, 650 and throw in the TV. So I haven't answered him yet, but it's just a great TV to take pictures with. I have a little black one that I can do that kind of stuff with. So it's really not the end of the world, but that is like the cool era, like wood grain TV. That's like wood grain TV with the wood grain Atari. Just looks nice. Anyways, isn't that picture look amazing? Look at that picture. Yeah, because I agree, 675 at least. I'm gonna have to go get another TV now if I sell that to him. I like how the signs are just pink and blue. Oh, there's the finish line too. All right. Nice. I agree, Yank. That TV's worth a good amount. If you look at sold comps on that TV alone, it's like $100 TV. Shit be falling. All right, let's get this guy out of here. There we go. That's our last one. She's a beaut. That's 4 ready to be listed on eBay. I also got my function generator. What do I know? I'm kind of retarded. I'll be honest. I'm kind of retarded. What was I going to do? I was going to ask. Let's go online and see if we can figure out why that doesn't work. The All right. So AI tells us to continue looking for solder cracks near the port. So we're going to do that. See if we can fix this one real quick. So let me look here. It tried to tell me that it shares logic before branching off between 1 and 2. And if it does, it's higher up because I don't see anything that's shared between these 2 ports. Because both ports are failing. So let's get this fucking RF shield back off that we put back on like big idiots. And we crank this shit out of these connectors because we're a big idiot. And we gotta take it back off again. They're bending these metal tabs. Come on. Come on off. Stop fighting me. There you go. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Nice, Yank. What is it you do for a living? I think you said once, but I don't remember. Okay. So all of these resistors are just tied to ground. Come off there, bud. We gotta see what's going on the other side. Alright, so here they go. So here's all your controller ports. And they all go through these caps to the other side, to this ground plane. Right? Your top ones do not. They branch out to different places. So what we need to know is which pin is responsible for down movement. See if it can pull. So it thinks pin 4 is down, and that is on top. So pin 4 on top. Let's get our multimeter and see if we can ohm out which one that is. Wow. Our test leads are all tangled up. Okay, there we go, that's better. Alright, so that goes connected to that ground, but it also comes down here and connects to all this bank of resistors. And this bank of resistors, let's see which one is for. Yep. So there's it on both. Assuming ChatGPT's right, that pin 4 is down on the analog. And then they both go where? So that's pin 4. Pin 4 comes over here, and it goes through a via, and that via Goes straight to the chip. Is that right? Yeah, this one right here goes right into this hex buffer. And does player 1 do the same thing? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, player 2 looks like it connects to player 3. Oh no, it goes this via right here. Alright, where's that via go? So in a bank of 3, it's on the top. And that goes up, and yep, it goes into the same chip, which is this RCA 245. So, did our one board have RCA 235s on it? No, it has something else. It has HSSB 322s. But we can test real quick that that's the problem by swapping 2 of these, because there's 6 of them on the board. So L12 is our suspect one, because that's where both of these go, I'm pretty sure. So let's test again, where we will pin, so 4 here goes to this via, and this is connected here. Yep, which is connected to the port. So that's all good. And this goes through this chip. It comes over here to this via and connects to this chip. Right here. And this is the RCA 245. And this one might go to a different chip. I think this one went to this one. It does. Pin 2 of this RCA 245. But both of them won't go down. Let's ask now. So we still don't have a common chip that would make this fail between them. I'm stumping ChatGPT. It's my specialty. Wow, it's getting really confused. Alright, so this goes into the pokey chip. So we can either... It's a 40-pin dip. Yeah, they're all 40-pin dips. And this is the CO12294. This is the pokey. So I might take this out and just clean the port and put it back in and see if that does anything. Yeah, this is silk screened on here as U7. So the pokey input pins for the pot is 36, 37, 38, 39. So that's going to be these 36, 37, 38, 39. Going to be these four over here. So we're going to see. I don't think the pokey is socketed. Oh, the pokey's just completely missing on our other board because we were fucking around. So let's see if we have it laying in a box. Oh yeah, we have one labeled right here, pokey. Is this actually a pokey though? No, that's a 948. This, yeah. Let's see. So we need a CO12294. We should have one somewhere. This is not the same chip that a... let's just do the simple thing, clean the port, and see if that fixes it. And if not, we're going to try to find a replacement pokey. That chip looks really clean. Go. That's the right way around. Yes. Okay. We'll connect this up. We'll put it on the monitor and see if that changed anything. Let's try to see where pin 40 comes from on the back of this. Looks like it doesn't come from the back. Looks like it comes from the front. It does. Any other chips that might go through that will cause this issue? I see 4 resistors here that probably in our signal. Nothing else on this board really looks messed up, so. Alright, let's see if that did anything. Let's see if that did anything. 1 second. Our RF got jacked up because we were in here bending the shit out of it, and we broke our ground off. So let me fix the ground. That's why our signal sounds like dog shit, because we broke our ground, twisting and prodding and everything else. Can I do this without disconnecting? Because if so, that'd be really cool. Looks like I can. Come on, Iron. Waiting on you, brother. Alright. Now we might actually have a ground. We'll actually leave the console over there because we can. No, we can't, because we don't have fucking power. We do have RF, but we still need power, don't we? Yeah. Now let's see if we're still jacked up. Yeah, we're still jacked up. Damn. Oh yeah, it's not. I can hold it down though. It's not gonna be a crazy good connection, but there you go. We gotta fix the ground plane later, which is fine. But yeah, it's gonna make awful noises. I gotta get a controller, so I ran off with. Get you off that screen for now. I'll put the controller back. Oh, it's right here. Controller's right here. No, it's still not working. Awful noises. Awful noises. I know online exists a 5200 service guide, but I don't know if it considers controller issues or not. But See if we can find anything on controller issues. So I did trace a few things here, Yank. Here. One second. Let's see if I can get this back. Yeah, so I traced both our ports here, and ChatGPT told me pin 4 is down on the controller, which is the one that's not working. And that is connected up here to these resistors, okay? But remember, they both did not work. So it can't be anything here or here, because they literally, both controllers had the same issue. Both of these controllers run into these CD4052BEs, and they're separate chips, so I can't imagine the issue exists in these, unless they both have the same failure, which there's no way. And then I think it runs into the Pokey. So it might be a issue with the Pokey, but I think it goes into one of these small chips before it goes into the Pokey. So that's why I'm going to want to bring up the schematic or the field service manual and figure this out. Game controller. Yeah, this guy. I agree with you. It's a 74 LS 138, 139. Might have 74 LS 139s. I might have those. I don't know if they're 138s or 139s. Well, we definitely have one on this board, but it's soldered in. So we could desolder this one and try it. We just got to get the Heiko out. I was hoping I could find my other Pokey, because I definitely have another Pokey, but it's not in its bin, so God knows where it went. Yeah, I think a LS139N is like a multiplex switcher, so that makes sense, because that would be switching between which controller port it needs to be listening to for what player is currently playing. So let's desolder this one. Shouldn't take but a second with the Heiko. The Heiko makes this easy. That looks clean. Yep, there it came. Beautiful. The legs how I want them. Get the leg straightener out. Okay. Take out this one. That thankfully is socketed, or we wouldn't be trying this so early on, but because it's socketed, pretty easy to just find out. Ah, come on. There you go. Don't be difficult, buddy. Here's the new one. All right, let's see what it does. Yeah, we disconnected power. Okay, let's get power back. Where's power? There you are. Yeah. No, still no down. But he has up. Might just be the pokey. I'm really thinking it is because it's consistently bad on both controllers. So unless it's just the signal line, let's keep reading this document here. Okay. So if you have bad picture, we don't have any of these issues. Port test. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Stop. Port test. Any port unit failures can really create which is the pokey chip. Press the keys listed in the first column below. The numbers and letters second column should appear on the screen. Yeah. If the keys do not register correctly when pressed, proceed to keyboard troubleshooting. Page 4A22. Okay. Let's get there. keyboard troubleshooting. Is there 0 volts on pin 6 of U9 and 11? Let's find out. Pin 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 5 volts. 5 volts. No. Is there 5 volts? Yes. Replace U27. Wow. Where's U27? Ah, it's this guy right here, 74LS00N. So it's this LS00, which I have LS00s. Let's see if that does anything. Do we have that on that other board? Our steel board? Yes, we do, but it is not socketed either. But I do have LS7400 sitting around, so let's just steal one from up here. .39s. That's our little. Here they are. Brand new 74 LS00s. So we're placing a DM74LS00 with an SN74LS00N. So they're both N. That one says DM and this one says SN. I don't think that's a problem. I think that's just its rating. Those legs look really clean, so I don't think that's the problem. Alright, let's see what that does. We do have to put the game back in. And the controller. Nope, still no down. Okay. So, let's move on. F. E. 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 What's F? Yes, E1. Is there 5 volts on pins 1 and 2 of... Oh, wait, we didn't check. No, we got to do this part. We skipped a step here. Am I fucking losing my mind? How do we skip that? So, is there 5 volts on pin 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 of U27? So, yep. So, pin 1, pin 2, pin 4, and pin 5. Yes, there is. So, defective U5 or open traces from U5 to U27. And U5 is going to be this big chip right here, the CO14805. So we can turn it off. We do, let me see if that our donor board has that chip in it. So we can steal that chip. And put it in. That one leg just got bent the fuck up. Damn it. Okay. Let's see what this does. That is the right way around, yep. Nope, same issue. I'm going to put this back, and we're going to check our traces between these two. So the guide tells us we start up here. Is a failure on port 1? Yes. Go to 422. Go to 422. Is there 0 volts? No. Is there 5? Yes. Replace U27. We did that. Now it goes to F. I don't know where F is, but all these flowcharts seem to go to F. Is that higher up, F is? J. Man, all this stuff goes to F. I don't know where F is. Gray bars troubleshooting, pot control line troubleshooting. This wants us to swap out U7. Yeah, I wish we could swap out U7. We don't have one of those. gotta have that chip somewhere. CO12294. It mentions caps. I don't see it mention caps. Pot lines. Getting all my chips in one place here. Let's put that one chip back. What do you say, Yank? What should we try next? I'm running out of ideas. I don't know where our other little container went full of chips. Oh, I see it. There it is. So CO122. Oh, here it is, CO12294. CO12294. Here we go. Let's try that, see what happens. Shut up, multimeter. In the middle of something, bruh. Can you not tell? No. Still no. Got it to jump right once. Huh? That's so weird. It's almost like it's... If I go far right, I can get it to go. It's like the resistance isn't high enough to... Different controller? Okay. We can do that. Shit. Turn it off. Nothing. Yeah, I agree with you. It seemed... Oh, wait. Oh, I got it to go left there for a second. I can get it to go right. It seems to be getting better. If I just spin the controller around. Okay, it seems to work great now. This is making me think it's a capacitor. After we've had it on for a minute. No, it's not. Sometimes it doesn't want to go. But what cap would cause it to do this? It did not, it didn't anywhere I saw yet. Oh wait, yeah, here we go. Well, it just gives me pot line error codes. Pot line error code, pokey adjust failure, port and pin. So, because there's supposed to be this testing code you run that, of course, I don't have. And these are all the capacitors you check. So, I would say that we have an issue with vertical 1, but we also have an issue with vertical 2. And they don't share a cap or resistor, they're all their own. But I tell you what, now that it's sat here for a while, if I'm just really assertive with my direction pointing, it seems okay. We'll look at what you're talking about in a second. I'm kind of convinced that it's good enough. I just want to make sure it's consistent. Because the last thing I want is some guy to get this and then, you know, I just tell him, oh, all you gotta do is wait 10 minutes and it'll work. Like, what are you complaining about? Like, yeah, that's not good enough. Like, right now, there it goes. Turn it off. Let it discharge the cap. I mean, that seems fantastic now. I say that and then it gets hung up sometimes. Like right now, it won't go down. Okay, let's look at what you're talking about, Yank. About U27. U27 was our 00. So when we were way down here on 22, we went here and we did replace U27. And it said, if we have that, yes, replace U27. And then it says to go to F. Oh, check capacitors and resistors on pins 1 through 8 of port 2 for proper value and operation. That's if only one port isn't working, though. We have 2 ports not working, which is a failure on port 1, yes. Move to this. Top fire button troubleshooting, bottom button fire troubleshooting. Pot control line troubleshooting, which is kind of where we're at. Check the voltages on Q11 through Q14 and compare readings of the one shown in the B conditions on the chart below. So this is saying there might be transistors for the pot control line. Here, back up here to these caps. Can cav plus cav be adjusted now? Wish we had this port test mode, that'd be really nice. Let's see where these are, Q11. There's not. There's Q10. Ah, they're right up here on the front of the board, aren't they? Yep, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then there's R132 right on top of it. This might be our controller adjust. We might have an adjustment we can make for this. Let me see what that is supposed to be. So if we look, yeah, right here we got R132. This might be an adjustment for the controller pot. I might Google that. So, what does R132 do on Atari 5200? Yeah, so R32 may have drifted high or gone open. So let's clean this and we'll move it around a little bit and see if that fixes our problem. We need a flathead or something. These might be too big. Try to keep it right where it's at, but just move it around a bit. See if that solves our problem. Well, we used the guide to come to our conclusion, I think. But oh my god, that's so much better. Yeah, that's working fine now. So let's remember this for the future. If we ever have a controller issue that's only in the analog, it's probably just a dirty 132. Why did you get to go right there, bro? Let me adjust it a tiny bit and see what that does. Seems to be fixed. Let's turn her off, unplug, and put her all the way back together, and then test again. So these two chips we can keep, because it seems the chips in there are fine and working. So let's sit this how it's supposed to sit. We still got to fix the Got to put the RF shield back on too. There it went. Ah, come on. Just gonna turn a few of them. There we go. We do have to solder the ground plane back on because it broke off. So let's do that. And then I gotta get to bed. But this means we got all 5 of them working, which makes me happy. That means I can list tomorrow. I probably won't stream tomorrow because I'll be listing all these. Yeah, at least it wasn't a bad chip. We got good chips. Bad chip would have been a pain in the ass. I might do a wire patch there because it's still kind of loose, and I don't want it coming loose in shipping or something and getting a return because of it. So let me get my spool of wire. We're just going to do a quick botch wire between that ground plane and the, yeah, we'll put a sticker on it too. Thanks, Yank. You're the man. Okay, so let's do a quick cable just to give myself a peace of mind on the connection there. Cut this heat shrink I put on back so I can get good connection on the ground plane. Yeah, there we go. Let's get some solder on that. There we go. Okay. There we go. There's a good botch wire. Just in case somehow internally that comes off, we still got good ground connection in there now. Show you what I got, a good botch wire there now. Just got to get it to sit nicely. Is that flat? That's flat. Our ground plane's not sitting good. There we go. That's better. Damn ground plane, man. Being a bitch. It's these two legs over here that don't want to go in. Of course, it's in the most awkward part, especially with the cable, where we're trying not to bend the cable. But it's hard in this corner. To just clip those and call it good. It's not like we need all those through holes anyway. It's just the ground plane. Just being a pain in the fucking ass. Just want it to sit flat. Sit flat, please, son of a bitch. Will you sit flat now? Yes. That looks good. Call that good. No, I still don't like it. It's still not. That looks pretty good. Yeah, the pot limiter needed adjusted, and now it seems happy. There we go. Okay. So we can put the This is why we saved this one for last, because this is the one with the kind of messed up top. It is missing the actual sitting portion. But yeah, that looks fantastic. Other than it's missing the little front decorative thing, but you do. Botch wire looks good. The connection there looks good. Put this top on. I'm not going to put any screws on because this is one that was missing screws, so it's not like we can if we wanted to. But we can connect it back up to power. Make sure we get a good. Turns on. Place the game. Picture looks good. Plug our controller into port 1. Hit start. There you are. There we did. We did all 5 of them. Like the Atari hoodie, by the way. The microphone pulled my hoodie string out, but we did all 5 of them. They all 5 work now. This one is missing screws, but that's okay. We had one that was missing screws just because it still sounds like there's something that's falling back and forth in here. I don't like that. Can we see anything? Probably inside of the fucking shield too. I don't see anything. Does sound like it's in the shield. Yeah, it totally is. All right. What we can do is we can turn it upside down. And then there we go. Better. Better, better, better. And there we are. Looks good too. Okay, fantastic. Great stream. Got that shit done. All 5 Atari 5200s are done. I probably won't stream tomorrow because I'll be spending the afternoon listing all of these on eBay. I still have, so what I do have, Yank, if you are still interested, is I have the one that I did a while ago. It is not cosmetically pretty, but it does have the composite mod. So do you want if you're interested in a cosmetically pretty one, I can sell you one of those, or I can sell you one that has composite mod. I don't really want to do more composite mods just because it's not really worth it. It's a lot more work to do the composite mod, and I think it ruins the console too, because you're fucking it up. And by not cosmetically pretty, I mean it's missing this front bezel. But it does have the composite mod and the power mod. This is a 4-switcher, and it completely works. So it's just a little dirty, and it's missing that front beauty cover. Yes, pretty. Okay. So I will find one that oh, there's our last cover, isn't it? That's the one with the broken legs. Yeah, I think I gotta find another. I think this one also. It does have a controller holder, but the controller holder's legs are broke, so it can come off. But it's there. It's just the legs are broke, which was common on these. So, in the front pretty bezel is right here. And it is still in one piece, but it is broken. So that's this one's front pretty bezel. It broke all the little legs off. So sad, so sad. Like that. That's how it's supposed to sit. So we'll sell this one like this, and this one will be power modded but cosmetically flawed. So let me see how many controllers I got. I'm probably going to do 2 controllers each bundle, and I have a lot of games to bundle. And I know the guy I bought these from messaged me the other day and said he found 2 more consoles. I don't know if that meant I could have them or if he wanted me to pay more for them. You never know with this guy. I bought a lot of stuff from him. Yeah, this front piece wants to break. Doesn't have much left to it. So I'm gonna put that to the side until we're ready to sell it, and then I'll glue it on. But let me wrap this cable up here. Of course it's got a knot in it. Why wouldn't it have a knot in it? How do you get a knot in this fucking thick ass cable? Also might have to get the screws to work and figure out what screws I need to steal from the hardware bins too to make that look good, to get its screws back in. Yeah, so I probably won't stream tomorrow. I will spend the day getting those ready for sale, and then I have a lot of shit to do this weekend. We'll see how much I can stream. I'm running around on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm actually running on Saturday now to do a giant video game deal. This guy messaged me and said he's got 3 arcade machines he wants to get rid of, so he's giving me a good deal on them, so I'll probably take him up on it. We'll see. This was our 139 that we took out, that there was nothing wrong with him. So let me put him in the Atari bin. Pretty, unbroken, fully working. I think that's what most people want, so I think that's why doing the power mod is good, because they don't work without the switches, and the switches are a death trap, so you want to get rid of those regardless. And not doing the composite mod, because people want their consoles to be, I think most people want them to be how it was supposed to be when it came out. It doesn't really make you that much more money to do the composite mod, so I don't think it's worth it. Anyways, that's it for now. And then, like I said, I have a bunch of shit from the video game store to do, so on Saturday I'm going to go get a Sega 18-wheeler machine, a Die Hard machine, and a Lethal Enforcers machine. All of them do not work besides the 18-wheeler. The 18-wheeler is a fully working machine. So I'm pretty excited about that. I should be able to flip that pretty good. So, yeah. We'll see. I ordered the basic cartridge for the Atari 400, so we'll see when that shows up. And when that shows up, we can test the cassette deck more. So. Cool. Yeah, Lethal Enforcers. It's a broken Lethal Enforcers and a broken Die Hard. And then the Sega 18-wheeler's working. I'm hoping to buy a lot more games from this guy. He gives pretty good deals, so we'll see. Anyways, I got a message. The guy I bought these Ataris from about those. I think he said he found 2 more, so that'd be figure out what they are. If they're 4 switchers, then we got to get 2 more power kits to do those. Yes, I have the box to test the monitors. It just came in the mail today. Here it is. I'll show it to you. Just a little box with the connectors and all the wires, so we can plug this in here and then connect it to the CRT and see if our centipede CRTs are working, which I think they are, because they do. They come on okay and everything. So we'll just have to test and see if their colors look good. This is to test our colors. So we'll do that some other time. Hopefully this weekend, maybe later. But yeah, I'm excited to do that too. Just so many projects to do. I have a lot of shit to ship too. I sold some stuff today that I gotta get done this weekend. So busy weekend. Busy weekend. This is gonna be. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Probably be sometime Saturday night. If not, we'll see. Alright? Trying to get some of these damn cables out of here. I swear, every time I clean up this place, I spend like a whole day cleaning this place, and then I work on something and it goes back to fucking explosive dog shit all over the desk. But shit's getting done, so that's good. Alright. Angry Yank, I hope you are feeling better. I hope you have a great Thursday tomorrow. Everybody else that's hanging out with us tonight, thank you so much for hanging out. Everyone take care. Feel free to ask any questions whenever. You can message me, email me, whatever. Yeah, and if you want to buy an Atari 5200 sometime tomorrow, all those ones we did today will be for sale with controllers that have been reworked. If you look at previous streams, we did all the controller reworks, and lots of games, and cool leather covers, boxes, the trackball controllers, all sorts of cool stuff. So check it out, will ya? Everyone take care. Everyone stay safe. All right. Good night, everybody.